What's up, guys? Welcome back to Achilles Sports. Welcome back to post-match reaction between Chelsea and Brighton. Today, the match was absolutely not good for Chelsea. It was absolutely poor performance by Chelsea today, even though we had few injuries, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't win this game against Brighton. Brighton was having a plan and it worked perfectly for them. They came into the bridge, wanted to have their second point since joining the Premier League side. What a game this was. They came, give Chelsea the pressure they wanted, and at the end, they have a point. Even though I'm happy Chelsea didn't lose this game, but hey, it's not something that we should have been. I'm feeling bad right now because a lot of chances lost. And you can't blame the manager for this kind of issues. You can't blame the manager. Thomas Tuchel is not to be blamed. But on moving forward, we need to actually try and utilize our chances. That's the most important thing. We need to utilize our chances. So what went wrong in this game? What went wrong in this game? The midfield was not good enough. The midfield was not good enough to contain. Uh, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. The midfield wasn't good enough, and now we need to sign players this January. Players need to be signed this January. Why? Because oh, guys, I'm not feeling good about this situation. But what can we do in moving forward? What can we do in moving forward? That's the most important thing. We need to move on with this game, with our game plan. Aston Villa didn't even allow us to play our usual game. That is what is paining me the most. That is what is paining me the most. They are not allowing us to play our usual game, and they just keep on putting pressure on the midfield and on defense. The defense did absolutely marvelous today. They did absolutely marvelous. And this kind of games, it do happen. What he was trying to avoid is the left wing back because Tariq Lamptey was in the bridge to prove a point. And after proving that point, they had a win. After he went out, he had a win. And Tariq Lamptey is a very brilliant right back player. If not because of Rhys James, we couldn't have sold him to Brighton because the boy is so good. And the Lampard, when he came in against um, Arsenal, he was absolutely brilliant and everyone was talking about him. But hey, he needs playing time. So they needed to sell him to give space for Rhys James. Don't get me wrong, Rhys James is absolutely world class right wing back. But today he got injured because the coach wanted him to mark Tariq Lamptey, but he got injured in the first half, some few minutes too, and Alonso needs to come in. And we all know that Alonso is not the quick type. When he gets in, it's very difficult to cover up. It's very difficult to cover up. And now we are going into a game during in the weekend. We'll be playing against Liverpool on Sunday. And I'm worried because this match is something that we should not lose. and now we are losing this. It's almost a loss. It's a loss. I can't say it's not a loss because drawing against Brighton is a loss, and this was their second point they got from the bridge since last season. Last season was their first time they got, and guys, the title contendant is over. Manchester City have Manchester City have just extend the league points because now we are now 8 points behind them, and I don't know how we'll be able to cover these points. And City are looking very good currently. They're looking very good, and it will be very difficult for them to drop points. It's very difficult for them to drop points. So I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. So right now, injuries have worried the team. Let's hope Reece James is okay to play Manchester Liverpool. Other than that, it will be very difficult for Chelsea. It will be very difficult for Chelsea, without doubt. This play, look at Pulisic playing right wing back today. You just see that everything wasn't going well, and when we get the chances, we need to utilize it. We need to utilize it. And don't get me wrong, Hudson Odoi is absolutely, I don't think he's good enough for Chelsea. I've been backing him for so many years now, thinking he will change, but it's still Hudson Odoi. What is the point of being an offensive player and a winger or a striker if you cannot utilize chances that you got? You create chances, all right. You assist, all right, but you cannot score. What is the point? When the time is needed, you need to go get the goal for Chelsea. Also, Odoi, you are absolutely not good enough. You need to improve more. I backed you for so many years, and yet it's still the same thing. I just don't get it. Now we need to think of Sunday. Sunday was what's happening on Sunday. We have players coming on Sunday. Players are injured. Will they be fit enough to play on Sunday? Because Sunday game is equally important. Sunday game is equally important. James, what do you think about today's game? What's your point? What do you think about it? Chelsea Brighton 1-1 is not good enough. We are out of the league because I don't see how we'll be able to cover these 8 points against Manchester City. I'm very worried. I'm worried about these 8 points. And City are looking very good. I don't see how they are going to lose points for us to cover up. And Sunday match is equally important for us if we still want to participate in the league title. Oh, you are James. You are a Brighton fan, of course. It's good that Brighton have been able to get a point in the bridge. And remember, this is the second time Brighton got a point in the bridge. Yes, this is the second time, and they haven't won against Chelsea in the Premier League for since they came into the Premier League. Maybe you'll be looking forward to that because today is a good day for you, but not good for Chelsea. To be frank, do you think we can still do something given the instances that our players are getting injury right now? Because Sunday game is very important. If we are able to win against Liverpool, it will be it will be good, or we still have the momentum. But this draw in Stamford Bridge, Brighton taking the positivity will be very good for them. It will be very good for them because they also need to get to a place where they can play. Europa League. You think so? We can still win the. Okay, you are giving me hopes. I like that. But 8 points, don't you think Manchester City are doing very well right now? Maybe a lot of teams have hit by the COVID, and City didn't seem to care because I didn't hear anything about their injuries, their COVID. They're just winning their games as they go along. But hey, most of our players needs to come back, and when they come back I think we'll be able to do something in the league, but I'm not so sure of battling for the title again. Kudos to Brighton, but Tariq Lamptey is I absolutely like the guy. Tariq Lamptey is the man of the match for me today. He worried Chelsea left side. He worried a lot of players over there, and any tackle against him is a foul and a cut. What a player he is! And Welbeck coming in to equalize the goal, showing his experience. But Tariq Lamptey was my man of the match. This time round, I don't know what is going to happen in the next few days. If James is not fit for this clash against Liverpool, that means that it's going to be worse for Chelsea. Because if Rhys James is not there, it means that the Aspilicueta need to. And remember, our centre back Thiago Silva is also injured, and they force Kante to play today. So it's absolutely going to be very difficult for Chelsea going into Sunday game. But hey, today is over and it's 1-1 point share at the bridge. Brighton just put out a marvelous performance in the bridge. And if they are going to keep that, we'll see them somewhere playing Europa, because getting a point in Stamford Bridge is not easy. Even though Chelsea performance in the bridge this season it's not been okay, because their away performance is better than home performance. But to get a point this today's game against them is absolutely marvelous for Brighton. But I can't still take the fact that I'm worried about Chelsea, because I'm actually Chelsea fan. And if you are new, remember to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, so that anytime we upload video, you'll be the first person to and be part of this amazing community. Chelsea defense did absolutely very well, but then the midfield wasn't good enough, especially the first half. Jorginho and Kovacic pair wasn't good enough for Chelsea. It wasn't good enough. We could see both of them mounting pressure to the defense, because the midfielders wasn't able to hold up the ball for Chelsea to play their usual game. And kudos to Brighton. Brighton didn't allow Chelsea to play their usual game at all throughout the game. And that's something they need to take away when in moving forward to the game, or in moving forward to the games coming. Offensively, is the man himself, Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku performance today was also good, because in the previous game he said now Chelsea need to hunt. We need to hunt for points. And today he's been able to score goal, but Chelsea wasn't able to win the game. Hudson-Odoi didn't I didn't actually, because getting chances you need to score. Today the same thing. Even though Mount did very well, but he also missed a couple of chances. Brighton could have won this game if they were having the momentum up front, or if they were still having someone like Welbeck during the first half till the end, they could have won the game, because the kind of chances they, even though they were not on target chances, blocked by defenders and some corners, you see that they had a lot of corners in this game. a lot of corners for them because it was a marvelous performance. And when they keep it up, they will be able to move forward. But Louis Dang too wasn't there, and maybe probably that affected them a little bit because Louis Dang too have injury, and if he was to be there, maybe Chelsea couldn't even get goal in this match. I hope he recovers soon and come back because this time round all the players they keep us entertained and they are doing quite very well. Even during Christmas time, a lot of people celebrating with their family. They are here entertaining us. We wish all of them well. Anyone who contacted the virus, we wish them speedy recovery. And we need to come together to fight this virus because it's not something that we can joke. It's keeping us from doing the real things we're supposed to do. Coming back at the bridge now, uh, African Cup will start. If African Cup starts, maybe James will be gone for African Cup, and now who else? Yeah, James, the Edward Mendy will go for African Cup, and now is will have only Kepa to be keeping. Kepa will be on post throughout the African Cup of Nations for Chelsea, which is very going to be worrying. But then he has been doing marvelously well for the past few games. He has given the opportunity, even though he's not been able to keep clean sheet for Chelsea. But in moving forward, I think it's something that we should be praising because he didn't go, he's still there, and the character right now is perfectly well. Yeah, hello, Simon. Zanot. Zanotti, if I pronounce your name very well. Which team? So we are discussing about Chelsea Brighton, the post-match reaction, how it went. So what do you think about the game? Chelsea won, Brighton won. Lukaku scored the first goal, and then Welbeck came in the second half and equalized it. Just injury time to the ending of the game, and it's been. I won't lie. I'm not happy about the draw because I needed Chelsea to get the 3 points so that they can be able to uh, keep the momentum. And right now, we can't boast of fighting for the title currently. We can't boast of fighting for for the title, even though Premier League is always Premier League. Like James said, Chelsea can still go on to fight to battle for the title because Premier League. That's why it's very interesting for a lot of team or a lot of fans and football fans and soccer fans because you can't determine what will happen in the next few weeks. Any team can just surprise you at all in the league. So, what do you think about today's game, Simon? You're absolutely right. Unlucky draw, but hey, we can the performance today to Chelsea performance drop today. You could see Brighton put pressure on Chelsea from right from the beginning till the end, and they deserve to get the point. They deserve it because Chelsea couldn't utilize their chances. Osnodoi clear chances, he couldn't score. He was looking for options to pass. I don't know why he keep on doing this, and I was having hope for him, thinking each time he will be able to improve, but yet it's still the same thing. The same. If you can create chance, you can assist, but you cannot score. It's a big problem for Chelsea. So it means that most of the players, like if Lukaku is not there, we cannot score. Today we see Pulisic playing the right wing back, and for past few games now, he's not been able to play his normal positioning, and this kind of things might also it might also spoil his game maybe the time you put him for his normal game, he might not be able to put out his best. Wow. But everything is fine. Let's see what will happen on Sunday, because Sunday game is very important. We can't afford to lose that game against Liverpool. Chelsea cannot afford to lose that game against Liverpool. And the worst place for Chelsea this season should be second place, because Liverpool will also lose Mane and Mohamed Salah to African Cup of Nations for about a month. So it will be very difficult for them during that period, even though Klopp is always an experienced uh, coach. He will know how to manage, but I'm not sure. Without these two, it will be very difficult for them. Inter Milano, yes. Yes, I was, to be frank, Inter Milan, I actually like Inter for a quite few things. They are defensive, and even when Lukaku was there and also Conte, I actually monitor Conte games a lot. And him living over there and Lukaku living was a headache. So I thought it would have affected Inter in in Syria A, but then hey, they are doing quite very well in the league. But then the Champions League was always the problem. But they were able to qualify alongside with Real Madrid. And I think in moving forward, if they are going to keep that momentum, Simon, believe me, Inter is a team that is always difficult to face against or to play against. So keep the momentum higher. Yeah, Halak. Halak, what do you think about Chelsea Brighton? Chelsea won, Brighton won. It was a disheartening draw for Chelsea. We needed the 3 points, but then we ended up sharing the points, and it wasn't good enough. And remember, if you're new, subscribe to the channel, like and share the video, and be part of this amazing community. So right from the goalkeeping, today was not okay for Chelsea players. They didn't play their usual game. And Chelsea is linked with Denin Everton, Lucas Dean. And Alonso is not good enough at the left wing back, and if Chelsea is not able to get a left back or left-footed player for their defense, we're going to be very difficult for Chelsea in that area, because Ben Chilwell will not be playing for the rest of the season. Ben Chilwell will not be playing for the rest of the season, and it's going to be something that will be worrying the club. So this transfer window is an opportunity to get a left-footed or left-back player who can determine to help Alonso in that area, because that area has been linking for so many matches since Ben Chilwell got injured. And now the medical staff have just announced that he won't be part of the game. So, and also Dest of Barcelona, Chelsea is also linked with him, and I heard it's 30 million that they need to pay. Yes, it's going to be difficult, Simon, but then you need to try, because that's why it is Champions League. If you don't tighten your belt, it's always going to be difficult for you. It's always going to be difficult. But if you tighten your belt, well, I think you can get a win, because this time is 50-50. No team is 100% currently, because you could see Liverpool also lost to Leicester, the struggling Leicester, who has found it very difficult to win games these days, lying on 13th of the Premier League table, score against or won their match against Liverpool. So anything can happen in the field of play, especially in Champions League. That's why it is champion. Just keep the momentum. The players need to be motivated for these matches, and I can't wait to see these two clash. Aside from um, Inter Liverpool, we also have Real Madrid and also PSG. It's also a tough match that one cannot afford to miss. And and struggling Manchester United and also struggling Atletico Madrid, because both clubs are still struggling right now. Yeah, so it's something that we need to uh, keep on going and see how Inter will be able to qualify through or Liverpool will be able to qualify. It is both. You know, one interesting thing about the matches, or one interesting thing about Champions League, is every team is determined to make it or to lift the trophy, and that makes the competition very exciting, very exciting. So now we are going to end here, and thank you for watching. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. And remember, I'll be giving you post-match or pre-match analysis between Chelsea and Liverpool, because it's a match that one cannot afford to miss, and it's a match that Chelsea cannot afford to lose. Right now, we are in second of the league table, but a one game ahead of Liverpool. So if we're able to win against Liverpool, it means that Chelsea will place second in the league table. Thank you for watching, and if you are new, subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. So what we're going to do is I'm still trying something and it's going to work. So just give me a few. I'm not going to leave now because it's like Simon still have something to tell me about Champions League. Or maybe the league, how, because I myself, I'm surprised the coach they went for. I was thinking is going to affect but Inter, but then they did quite very well, and they are doing very well in the league, and it's something that they cannot send anyone now. Send anyone now. So now what we are going to, let's see what is going to happen. But today I'm not actually happy, and I'm not happy not because of anything, but Chelsea losing, or it's just a loss to Chelsea, because no one expected that Chelsea could have drawn this game. And for your information, Brighton have never win Premier League game against Chelsea, and this is their second time they are getting a point in the bridge. Aumda. So I've just got someone. So Pande. So what's up? Today's game, how do you think? How was it? Chelsea uh Chelsea versus Brighton, 1-1. Lukaku had a goal and Welbeck came in and equalized it. Okay. Boom, no.
I don't know.
But I'm mute my mic. Okay, so today You had Brighton, Chelsea Brighton 1-1. What was your opinion about the game?
The game was okay. The game was really interesting, but we could see that Chelsea players were very tired. It's all about fatigue in the game. They were very tired to play. They were very tired when they were in the game. You could see it from Pulisic. You could see that from Odoi as well. But they didn't have any choice. They don't have anything to do. Like they don't have any player to bring in to boost up the team. It was N'Golo Kante, but he was not also fully fit. So definitely we couldn't get the best out of the squad. So that was why Brighton really dominated in the game and they were able to outshine. They really deserve the draw though, to be honest. But Chelsea, I think the COVID has affected them so much. I think
Y-
that's just one of the main things. So we should also respect that they are also getting at least point from performances that they really deserve to lose.
yeah,
We
it's
shouldn't
true.
forget that they are also getting points out of it. So we should respect that. And we should hope that maybe against Liverpool, N'Golo Kante will be a little bit fit, and then at least we can rest Kovacic or someone for the next game. We just need to alternate them because we don't have anything to do.
And today match, we saw that we had another two injuries today. For instance, Rhys James got injured
Yeah.
first half, and also Christensen also got injured. And remember, we our center back Thiago Silva also had injury last, so he has to force Kante to play again today. And these injuries going against Liverpool.
the injuries, the injuries are just something that Chelsea need to manage because there's nothing we can do. Newcastle had a lot of injuries. They were able to postpone their match because they were able to find that they might not get the full squad to play the game. But I'm not sure they will give Chelsea that opportunity because they know we can use our academy boys to play. So that's something that will also affect Chelsea in the long run because I would rather prefer them to postpone this one. Then at least we'll play the next game. Then we'll find another better day to play against Liverpool. Or else, with the chances Brighton are getting, with the chances Brighton had today, if we are to play the same way against Liverpool, I believe we will concede at least 6 goals.
We'll consider at least 6 goals. You just said like they need to file for the game to be postponed. I remember our game against Wolves. They filed the same thing. They refused to postpone the game for Chelsea, and I don't know what is happening in the FA. Some clubs have been able to, let's say, 3 matches postponed, 2 matches postponed, but they refuse to postpone Chelsea match. Do you really think this time if they request they will be able to postpone, because right now it's not about COVID, it's about injuries.
It all counts because what led to the injuries is because they had COVID and they were not able to train as much as they should have been training to against these games. So the COVID also counts as well. But all the same, we know our boys, they can always produce. They can always produce, but maybe we might not get the results that we want them to get. But I believe they will get something out of the game against Liverpool. As we know, Liverpool is not also on top form as well.
And particularly my worry is just the right wing back about Rhys James, because if he's not
Yeah.
fit, it's going to be very difficult for Chelsea. Because Mane is there, Aspilicueta is getting distant and he cannot be playing right wing back, tracking and moving forward. He will rather be defensive than moving forward, particularly. So it will be very difficult for Chelsea against Liverpool. Don't you think so?
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, it will be very difficult, but all the same, we'll get an alternative. If the best way to defend is to attack, so if we know that our defense is not good, then we need to focus much on the attack, and then try to break their counter attacks as well. And we can push in N'Golo Kante to support at that side as well. Because if N'Golo Kante is in the game, he's able to cover a lot of spaces for maybe if Odoi is to play there or Pulisic is to play there, he'll be able to cover up for them. And that will
Mm,
also boost us in counter attack as well. I think
mm.
that that's just the only option we have now.
Oh, so and today we see Pulisic playing the wing back, right wing back, and it was
Yeah,
very.
Pulisic was very tired, to be honest. I was feeling pity for him. He was very tired. Pulisic was very tired. But I know Tuchel will rest them. Will rest them so much that they will be able to get energy to play the next game. Pulisic can play there, Odoi can play there, and we also maybe will get some of the young stars that can fit into that side as well.
Yeah, yeah. But particularly, what's the name? There was this boy who played against Brighton. Was it Simon at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
right
yeah,
wing back? That boy did very well. Just that his forward movement, he was afraid of moving forward.
forward, yeah,
Yeah, he was very good against Brentford. But today,
yes.
Hudson Odoi, I
Odoi,
don't
I
know
did.
what is wrong with him.
I don't know what's wrong with Odoi as well. I don't know because Odoi has had the chance to improve. Sometimes he shows that he's on a top form, but sometimes he also shows that he's not improving. I don't know what is wrong with him. He needs to be consistent because right now that's what we want. We just need someone to be consistent to help boost the team up. The Odoi will play a very good game today. Tomorrow he will play a very sluggish game, and then we might not know what to happen. We cannot rely on Odoi as I expected him to do this season. Even though this guy Mount didn't start the season well, but we could see that Mount is pushing in and out on each and
Yeah,
every game.
yeah.
So that's
But
what we need from Odoi.
particularly today, Mount pushed very well, just that the goal didn't come. And the consistency he has is absolutely amazing. Amazing for the club. I think he's one of the best young star Chelsea has ever produced. Because I always tip Odoi will improve, but yet it's still the same thing. Today I actually lost hope about him doing very well. Like you said that last time when I was saying
Yeah,
he's a player who will still be improving. You said no, that's just his game. You
that's
didn't
just
go
his game.
for England under 20 call up because you want to improve, under 21 call up because you want to improve, and yet it's still the same thing, no consistency. And Lukaku,
Yeah, Lukaku. Oh, as for Lukaku, Lukaku has done very well. All we need is someone to supply for him. Lukaku is doing well. To be honest, I really like the game he played today, even though he couldn't get a lot of chances. He couldn't get the pace that he needed. But the Chelsea style of play also counts. They need to provide him more or less like one-on-one balls for him to challenge with the defenders. But Chelsea, they always want to hold the ball to play so that they can get a goal out of a cross or something. So
but the
they
typical
need to.
Lukaku, he still managed to get that goal
Yes,
out of
yes. As
nowhere.
for him, he will produce. He will produce no matter what. He will produce.
Wow. And one thing about him is you talk of the style. You know, this for the past today and the last game he played, I think there's a kind of improvement than when he first came to Chelsea. When he
Yeah,
first came, it's like
yeah,
a lot of players were looking for him and they don't even play to his style. And
yeah,
like these two games is total different.
yeah. With these two games, he needed something to help the team out because he knew what the team was lacking when he was absent. He knew that we were lacking a striker, someone who can be able to produce when we need it, like what Ronaldo is doing for Man U. So we
Mm.
need someone whom we can rely on top, so that whenever we find it difficult to produce a goal, then he will be able to do it for us. So that's what he has done these two games, and I'm really happy with his performance and the way he was also moving out for balls to create more chances
Chance,
for
yes, yes.
opportunities there. So I really like the way he played today.
Tarek Lamte.
Oh, as for Tariq Lamptey.
He's my man
I,
of the match, you know.
I don't know why he was taken off, but I believe it's just for him to reserve him for the next match because he has proven that he is really on top of his game. So that's what we need to also watch on. So
Yeah.
Tariq Lamptey, I believe if Rhys James is not performing or if Rhys James is injured, I believe we might go for him. That's just what I think.
Yeah,
But he's
yeah.
doing well. He's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing very well. See. I've been saying it like today. You see that attacking, he's very good in attack than even Rhys
Yes.
James because
Yes.
he's
He's
very attacking minded player.
yes. And he's very
Just
quick. He's very
eh,
fast as well. That's why.
yeah, just that Rhys James has been able to net goals than him this season, and that because he
You
was
know,
the reason why.
the whole of this season he was injured. He just started playing just few weeks ago. He
Wow.
did, yes. So I'm really happy that he's even able to come back and then produce the kind of performance he did today. So it's big ups to him, and we pray that he improves very well so that next year or next season, if everything goes on well, we might add him because we need a strong squad as Chelsea.
But the problem is Chelsea didn't add clause like buyback clause to his this thing. I'm not
So
sure.
he's
Yes, they just sold
really
him.
I didn't check on his contract though.
Yeah, I didn't also, but I don't think they because I've not heard someone even mentioning whether they put buyback clause on his price. But today Tuchel wanted Rhys James to play that side, like to mark him. But then Rhys
Yes,
James didn't keep long in the match due to injury. And Alonso coming in, Alonso tracking back is very, and that place was just leaking too much.
yeah. To be honest, Alonso, we all know Alonso. Alonso is not someone who can play for long. Alonso can produce, but maybe first half, at most 30 minutes, you can get the best out of him. But out of that, then you'll be very tired. You see that he'll be tired. He might want to push, but he'll be so tired that you will not get the best out of him. So Alonso coming in at first half, I just knew that that side will be weak, especially in the second half.
But Chelsea losing again is not just about the performance of the team, but bad officiating today too. The referees seem today to be too much or too harsh on Chelsea today. Almost, I don't know, only those who came in or do few of them didn't get yellow cards today.
Yes, I don't know about the officiating though because I think Chelsea players were just tired, so they were giving out unnecessary tackles as well. So
But
it's
yeah,
just the fatigue. The fatigue was also part of it, even though the referee played a role in it because but Chelsea players are just tired. They were just tired. There's nothing that we could do. All of them were just tired. It was just Chalobah who was able to show strength. Other than that, all of them showed that they were tired.
very tired. So big ups. So now next match is Liverpool. So we wait
Yeah,
and see what
with
will happen as
Liverpool, we
yeah.
will see. We will see what
Mm.
we can do. We will produce because we need to produce. At least if we are above Liverpool, just for a day is better.
No, already we are above them, but then we need to win against Liverpool to actually keep the title race, like hopes of the title race.
Yeah, it's true.
Because right now 8 points below City, and I don't know how Chelsea is going to gather these 3 points. Like Simon said, or no, that was James. James said like we need we can still win there. We can still battle for the title because Premier League, you can't determine what will happen the next weeks coming.
Yeah, now it's true.
So,
It's
but
true.
if we need to keep the hopes, we need to win against Liverpool. And Liverpool lost, losing against Leicester yesterday. Ha 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 ha. It's going to be really, 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 really tough.
Yeah.
because we see Mohamed Salah and Mane both didn't put out their best yesterday.
Yeah, so they will be expecting them to push more onto our game. And we also know the rivalry between Chelsea and Liverpool. So we also push as hard as we can because the boys will play. The boys will
Uh,
play with everything that they have to get a win from Liverpool.
Especially the last time we at Anfield, they were able. It was penalty that saved them, and in a controversial penalty for that matter. Very,
Yeah, I remember that one. That one is James had a card.
yeah, and
Yes.
with red card, we're able to draw against them. So
Them, yeah.
hopefully, if the players are fit, our problem is just the fitness of the players. If
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
fit, I think we will be able to get the 3 points. But one problem about Chelsea this season is I see that our away performance is way better than our home performance this season.
This season.
Because
Okay.
yes,
Okay, that yes, it's true though because maybe the fans also play part in the role, or maybe it's just psychological. Sometimes you feel like at home you have all the opportunity to win, but when you are playing away, you need to push harder to
push
win.
harder. Yeah.
So they push harder than the way they play at home. That one also counts. So they just need to check on the players psychologically to see how best they can push them to put the same energy when they are playing at home when they are playing against someone at home, away matches.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. So currently, let's I want us maybe we'll be able to end it now. Then
Yes.
maybe tomorrow we'll be able to do the pre-match analysis
Okay.
between Chelsea and Liverpool to the fans. If you're new, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that anytime we upload or come live, you'll be the first person to join us or view the video. Thank you for watching. And your last word to the fans.
Everyone should just keep track. We'll discuss. We'll make this channel very interesting. Everyone can get to contribute as well, so that we can have an exciting sports discussion. So if you are new, just subscribe, and we will all join, create a good family for ourselves.
All right. Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
for watching, and it was wonderful having you guys around. And to remember, tomorrow we'll give you the post-match reaction, the pre-match analysis between Chelsea and Liverpool. And keep track. If you're new, subscribe, and hopeful tomorrow will give you what you deserve. And be part of this amazing community. And we're going to be giving you your the tough matches, especially in Premier League, in other leagues like Spanish La Liga, Serie A, and sometimes Bundesliga too. So it just depends. But then, hey, today Chelsea drew 1-1 against Brighton. Point share at the bridge. Hopefully, Chelsea didn't lose it because it was a match Chelsea should be, because the performance was not right. The performance wasn't right at all. And injuries are worrying the team. And some of them coming back from COVID, they are not yet fit enough. So let's hope and see what this Sunday clash will bring us, a Titanic clash for that matter. And without do, I will thank you for watching. And if you're new, subscribe. And tomorrow we'll join here again for the analysis, pretty much analysis of Chelsea against Liverpool. And remember, it's going to be happening in the bridge. Uh, Bye for now.